Coco.
Sandy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Sandy forgot. So
You did.
so it is Valentine's Day. It is like 1:15 in the afternoon, and we're doing this, and I'll get it up by 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I know it's unusual for a woman to forget Valentine's Day, but I did. I actually forgot. Oh well.
Okay, fine. That's interesting.
You know.
But nonetheless, and it's one of those, we were just talking, and we just realized we should have had the camera on. That an acquaintance of mine put a post up today about the fact that it's just a commercial holiday and blah 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 blah, and it's and it's just commercialism and all that.
And I said, typically the people that really do, I do agree that it's become very commercial. It's become way overpriced and very commercial. But typically, we people that are single, we're the ones mostly saying it's just a commercial holiday.
Right.
It's all commercial. It's too expensive because, for whatever reason, because we don't have a full-time, permanent, significant other, whatever you want to call it.
Because I put so my note, I was the first one to respond, and I put a note on there saying that's all well and nice, but you guys, if you have a girlfriend or a wife and you forget to pick up the swag, you are a dead man.
Yeah.
I used to tell friends of mine used to say, yeah, but my wife said it's like I don't have to get her anything for like her birthday or for Valentine's Day or Sweetest Day or whatever. She said it would just be silly. You don't have to get me anything.
Sweetest Day. I'm so glad you brought that up. That is stupid.
Well, it's Valentine's Day stupid too, but
Valentine's Day is more notary.
It's been around a long time,
right? Sweetest Day. That I'm sorry. That is strictly that. No, I've dated people and we've dated during Sweetest Day, and I've like don't even spend your money.
But getting back to this, when your wife or girlfriend tells you you don't have to get me anything for my birthday, for Christmas, or whatever the event is, of anniversary, whatever, and when they tell you you don't have to get me anything, that does not mean you don't have to get them something, because if you in fact do what they tell you you don't have to do,
it's a trap.
Yes, it's absolutely a trap. You will be totally screwed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will.
So, let it be known that, like, if you have a girlfriend or you have a wife and she says, oh, honey, you don't have to get me anything, that means, damn it, you better get something, or you are, sleeping on the couch.
Highway couch.
Yeah, you're on the couch for...
Well, I have to say, yes, it is nice to get something on Valentine's Day, but for me, I would rather get a beautiful bouquet of flowers anytime during the year for no reason at all. To me, that means more than, oh, it's Valentine's Day, so I have to get you something. I would rather be really, truly surprised, because really, how surprised are we on Valentine's Day when we get flowers and cards and candy and all that? We're not surprised. We're expecting it.
Right. But the thing is then, now, here's the thing, guys. I was working with some high school kids and some college kids, and I told the guys that bottom line, what you have to do as you start dating and things like that is you have to have a florist on your phone who you know personally. Now, I have Andy, and he has bailed my ass out many, many, many times.
Give him a plug. What's the name of his florist?
Town and Country Florist in Elgin. He's, Andy is amazing. Love him dearly. Basically the running joke was I would call Andy and it'd say, Andy, and he'd say, okay, how much trouble are you in? And, it would be $20, $50, $75, $100 worth of trouble. And then he would make it all right. And the trick is the flowers have to be delivered right after lunch to her work. And on a holiday like Valentine's Day, being on a Friday, it has to outshine her comrades. So now suddenly it's all about one-upmanship and dependent upon how it works, in some companies, they'll deliver them to the front, and then she has to walk up to the front, and then she carries them back very slowly, and everybody goes ooh and ah. Or sometimes they're actually brought to her office, and they carry them. So you need an Andy the Town and Country Gardens in Elgin. But you need somebody like that who you can rely on to bail your butt out, and especially when she doesn't work in the town you're in, and he has to I have had him pull rabbits out of hats, at 1:30 or 1:25 right now on Valentine's Day, I could call Andy right now and say, Andy, and he could get flowers to somebody before the end of the day.
So
I know he could.
Flowers as your co-host, then, damn it.
Yeah,
See how it is?
Yeah, well, anyway. Mm-hmm. My point being, it's just one of those things that you're going to be in trouble if you don't come through.
Right.
And even if she says no, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's all commercialism. Until and then tonight after dinner, it's like, and you're wondering why she's being all pissy. It's like, well, where's my gift?
Yeah.
Where's my earrings? Where's my necklace? Where's my bling?
It is commercialized, but it is fun. I mean,
if you're dating, you want to do stuff like that anyway.
Romance is in the air, and love is in the air, and people are.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah, be nice. There's just
like burnt
feeling
rubber.
electric. People are in a little bit of a better mood today, and that's fine. It's great. It's Valentine's Day. Just enjoy and have fun. But on the other side of this, okay, Coco's right. We say don't get us anything, and you guys are in trouble if you don't. But ladies, we don't send the men flowers. Okay, we don't get them candy. Yeah, we might get them a card. But I'm going to bring it back to greet him at the door in one of his shirts, heels, made up, with his drink. Make it happy for him, too.
Dump the kids.
Yeah, get a babysitter. Get the in-laws to take him, whatever it may be. But ladies, you got to do something nice for him, too. It's their holiday as well, if you even want to call it a holiday.
It's
but
not really a holiday.
Valentine's Day is for the men as well. But the men are more visual.
Right.
Men would prefer having us in bed.
Or some guys might like the bacon roses better. I don't know.
Oh, God, I saw a picture of that. That is so obnoxious.
I know, but I have no idea. But for some reason, people are obsessed with bacon. So,
I don't know.
So your guy may not, depending upon who or what you guys are into, your guy may like bacon roses or something like that better.
Right. It's doing something for him.
Or even, it may even be something like, buying him a pay-per-view sports thing, buying him something something like that may be, more in keeping, what he wants. And maybe that's more in with keeping of what you want. Ideally, you guys know each other enough that you know what the proper gift would be. It may be jewelry, it may be flowers, but it may be...
It could be 18 holes at his favorite golf course. And you know what? That's even a better gift for him because not only is he going to be able to go play golf, but you guys get some alone time away from each other as well because you might need it, So it benefits everybody. You got to think of that. For some of the younger couples with the guys that are still into the gaming and, all that, sit down and try to learn a game. Or
maybe you're better than he is and you kick his ass and maybe let him win once.
Yeah, don't kick his ass.
Maybe let him win because I know some women who are amazing at that stuff and it's like, the guys get frustrated and leave because guys just can't deal with women who can outperform them. So.
Yeah, so it's just it can be a fun holiday, but you got to think of each other and you got to make sure that you're enhancing each other and each other's lives every day, not just on Valentine's Day.
Right. Valentine's Day is an excuse to go over the top, but you should always be thinking like that.
Right. All year round.
And anniversary, even any kind of crazy anniversary. I'm kind of anally retentive. Gee, imagine that.
No, really?
About anniversaries and things I've saved on my phone my two. The days I got married, they pop up. Divorces pop up. Yeah. Divorces pop up. That's always fun.
Oh my God.
It does. I have all this stuff. And there's certain people that I met. There's certain people that I meet that I'll make a note, like a very good friend of mine who is just a friend of mine now. We were dating for a while. We had an amazing day in the city, and I put a note in there and it pops up every year. It's like, why did I do this? But
So you have the date that you and I first met in there?
probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Yeah,
I'm sure I do because it will come up because I do.
Yep.
Because I do make notes of that stuff, and it'll come up every year. So it's just kind of funny that some people don't do anniversaries, and most guys don't. But it's kind of funny because it's this is interesting. It's just an interesting little quirk.
I'm really bad about anniversaries.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I am.
See, I
never was before. I am now. I live by my calendar.
See, I have CDO. CDO is just like OCD, except it's in alphabetical order like it should be. I love that one. In fact, that's behind me right now. That image is behind me in front of the beating heart.
Actually, it shouldn't because we should have Valentine's
It's a beating heart with blood splurting.
No.
There'll be lots of blood and red. There'll be lots of red behind us. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. It'll be fun. I guarantee it. And this will also you'll also find this video on the Town and Country's Facebook page.
Yes, exactly.
Because I want to make sure that Andy gets notice of that. And Town and Country Gardens in Elgin.
Okay, we gave him a plug.
3 of them now.
Yes, stop. No offense, Andy. We are very careful and try not to do those things. But in the spirit of Valentine's Day, we had to give a plug to Andy because I have heard about him and he does do a great work and gets guys out of trouble. So
I have hooked many people up to Andy, and he has bailed many men out. Guys, really.
Can I make one point though?
Absolutely.
Ladies, do not beat the crap out of the men if they don't know what your favorite flower is.
It's your fault. That's your fault. Yeah.
Okay, if you're not telling these guys your favorite color, if you're not telling them your favorite flower, if you're not telling them,
what size you are.
Well, the size either,
size. I mean,
I know we address that, but don't beat up on them or change it at the last minute. Like all these years that you've been dating him, you've led him to believe that you love roses and your favorite flowers are daisies, and then suddenly you're mad because you didn't get daisies. Then you need to let him know.
Right.
You might not realize, but my favorite flower is daisy. Because guys will pay attention to that, and they will make sure you get what you like.
All right. Going back, we've talked about this before, but I want to really stress on this. Guys are easy. All right. And here's let me explain something. If you want to, women, this is to the women. Okay. If a guy buys you something nice, and you reward him for it, and praise him out loud and reward him, he'll like that and he will do it again.
Yes.
And again and again.
Yes.
And once again, going back to my favorite story, I mean, like Victoria's Secrets. Guys love to look inside Victoria's Secrets, but where those doors close, where those metal doors close at night, there's a force field, and guys guys cannot pass through those. I have some women friends who will not go into Victoria's Secret with me because I embarrass them because I just have so much fun playing with stuff, and it's hilarious. You can only imagine how I misbehave.
I know.
So anyway, it's good fun, and we have a great time doing this. But so a guy would break through that force field and go hey, Sandy is very small, and this guy's wife was about Sandy's size. But he doesn't know. Guys do not know sizes. They have no concept of sizes. Unless a guy wants to understand sizes. Like, I shop with my daughter from time to time, so I have a good idea of what sizes are. And then if you go from store to store, there's like,
different cuts in clothing.
Right, like, Hollister and, it has one size, and then like 21 Beyond or whatever that place is, they have different. And then there's all kinds of different, and everybody's sizes are different. So the deal is he bought like a 10 or 12 for his wife. And he was all excited about giving her this long, this negligee thing. And she looked at it and she freaked out because she's like a 3 or a 4, depending on, and he got her an 8 or a 10, and she freaked out on him. Well, bottom line, that was, she freaked out on him. He'll never do anything like that again. And the deal is Zig Ziglar used to make a comment about, marriage and relationships as perpetual courtship. And he says he has never bought his wife the wrong size item. Now, Most of the stuff he buys his wife he's never seen, but she always is appreciative, and he has learned. And I tell another thing, guys, when you buy a gift for a woman, gift receipt goes in the lid always. Always, just and don't expect to ever see them wear it because it's not necessary. Just when you give it to them, if they're clever, ladies, give them the pat on the head, say, way to go, hey, this is great, and then if you really hate it, just say, hey, it's the wrong size or something like that. And then when you go there, if he says, well, what happened? You say, oh, they were they didn't have my size, so I got something else. And
I thought you would like to see me in this one better.
Or whatever you want to say. But it all works.
Keep it to a positive.
But never, never, never berate a guy for doing something good because they'll never do it again.
Right.
And if and guys want to please women.
One of the things that we women can do, which I have done in the past, is if you want to make sure that he is going to be pretty close to your size, because they're going to get the size wrong at some point or another. So what? You can get a different size. I've actually had him come with me shopping, and I've tried things on, and I've let him know, oh yeah, I need this size, and then he'll get that for me.
Okay,
and
ladies.
I try it on for him, and you got to be more careful nowadays. But before you could get in the dressing room together so he could see you in it, but making it fun. But that's another way to ensure that he's going to get the right size.
Also, ladies, another thing you can do, which is even simpler, you take his phone. And I'm sure he has your phone number and your work address and your work number in his phone. So you just scroll down to the notes area and you put down notes. Favorite flower, make sure on your birthday, you have your birthday, your anniversary, because I can, on my phone, there's a place for anniversaries, there's a place for birthdays, there's a place for all this stuff.
Not every man is like that. And some guys are going to get upset if their girls are grabbing their phones. They shouldn't, but they will.
Bottom line, put in this information in the notes area. What size, if you go, your favorite clothing store, I am this size at this particular clothing store, and just say, they say, if they want to buy a gift, they'll look at they'll go through their notes sometimes and say, oh, she added, okay, now, wow, I could be successful. Guys want to be successful. Really, it's true. Don't, and guys, don't get weird if they do that, because I'm telling them to do it. I'm telling them to put notes in your phone so you can be successful. Okay, so there you go. Because, I've been married and divorced twice, and it's like, and I even knew better. I knew this stuff, and it still didn't work out. But at some point, once you get over the tipping point, then it doesn't matter anymore. Then you can do no. I would breathe, and I would, that was the thing I would do wrong. I would be breathing, and I would get in trouble. So
there was a great story that I had been told of this couple that had been married for probably 40 or 50 years, and he would send her flowers. All the time. Of course, all the major holidays, things like that. But he would send her flowers. I can't remember if it was like every Sunday or something.
Day she'd send her flowers?
What?
Kashishko Day?
Don't start. Like every Sunday or something like that. Or let's say it was her birthday. And he got ill. And he ended up passing away. And her birthday came up very shortly after he passed away. And there was a knock on the door, and there was a delivery. And it was her favorite flower, a bouquet of her favorite flower. And the note was just so charming. He knew he wasn't going to make it to her birthday. And he had prearranged to have these flowers sent to her for her birthday with a note that says something along the lines of, I'm watching over you from heaven, or whatever it may be, or you'll always be the love of my life, and I'll see you one day soon. And I thought, how incredibly amazing that one person thinks of another person like that. You don't hear of that nowadays. You did back with my grandparents, my great-grandparents. That's the kind of stuff that they did. But you don't hear about that today.
Yeah, there's that one movie. There was that one movie where the guy dies, and he has his whole, he does like all these things. Like he has his audio tapes that he gave to some
there
friend.
was a movie with like Hillary Swank or something. I never saw
I
it. It was
remember.
like I love you or
Yeah, something I don't
like
remember.
that.
I think I'll have a note what it is because
Yeah.
I downloaded it. I've watched part of it. And it was just so
Right.
drippy and drooly that
Well,
I like that kind of stuff, but it was just too much.
Well, and my point to this story was it was very touching, and I think it's appropriate for Valentine's Day show, but it's continuing to court each other, not just on 1 or 2 days a year. Do it every day. I'm not saying get her flowers every day, but make it special every day for each other, and
Little
still-
post-it notes
Right,
stuck on places and things like that.
Call each other up once a week and say, hey, you want to go out on a date this weekend?
Or little
you know,
text messages
just-
throughout the day.
right,
It's all, with the technology we have, you can send a little. You could text a picture. You can text a little note. You can.
Mhm.
I mean, there's so many ways you can just say, hey, I love you.
Right, and I love doing that stuff, sending little,
Me too.
text messages during the day or pictures. And
I'm obnoxious like that.
something that hopefully can work, but I've done this, and I have friends of mine that have done this, and surprise him at his office and have a fun afternoon in his office, or surprise him and take him out to lunch, whatever it may be. It's doing those kind of things that out of the ordinary, that is just a complete turn on and crazy, and go for a drive on a weekend and park the car and make out in the car like teenagers, do stuff like that. Don't forget the romance and the fun and the laughter and all that. That's the important stuff. It's not about all the gifts. It's not about the amount of money spent. It's about the amount of time spent.
Cool. You're right.
So
there you go.
That's our
Happy
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, and hopefully if you have a Valentine, and if not, that's a goal for next year. Happy Valentine. So
happy Valentine's Day.
see you. Bye.